All right, everybody. Hi, it's Linda Schulte, and I'm here with Kemi?
Yes.
Kemi or Kemi?
Kemi.
Okay, I'm not good at pronunciating. Before I get into telling you who this fabulous lady is, I just want to say thank you for tuning in on a Friday. It's a special edition. I felt I needed to come out here because she's got some really cool events coming up, and I want to make sure I got the word out about it, that what this organization does. So let me remind you who I am. I'm Linda Schulte. I'm the broker owner of Schulte Realty here in the Central Florida area. And as you know, Thursdays at 1 o'clock, I normally come on and talk about home ownership, about buying and selling houses. And of course, I always like to highlight every so often one of the charities that are local here, so people get the word out and hear about what's going on in the community. So today I've got Kemedontae Tillman. She's the founder and president of a group called Glorious Hands. I don't know enough about it yet, and so that's why I have her here to tell us all about the organization, some events. So Kemi, thank you so much for being with me. Tell me who you are. Yeah, awesome. Tell me something. Who are you? What's your group about? How did you get started?
Okay, we get that question a lot about how did we get started. Well, Glorious Hands is a girls mentoring academy, and we talk about these beautiful, powerful hands. How we got started was in 2012. I was seeking out my purpose. I just knew it had to be something more for me to do here, in the world, and besides work a nice paying job. Okay, the job was nice, but I'm like, it's got to be something more. Like, what was I truly created to do? And so at that time, I really started seeking God, and I started saying, you know what? I just need you to speak to me and let me know, what did you create me to do? And so it took about 2 years, but like I say, in 2012. I was at my mother's house. My mother's a teacher, so it's nothing out of the norm for kids to come over and say, Miss Tillman, what do you have for me? I got A's on my report card, so they would always come up. We always had the house in the neighborhood, oh, you got some candy, you know. So on this particular day, I heard this knock on the door, and my mother said, no, sweetie, no, like, I won't be able to take you. So I was back in the room on the computer. And so I jumped up. I was like, well, I said, Mom, what did she ask you? And so she said, she asking me to take her somewhere, but I can't take her. And so at that point, I went to the door and I said, well, my name is Kemi. I'm Miss Tillman's daughter. I can take you. Where do you need to go? So guess where she needed to go?
What's that?
She needed to go to an award ceremony at the school. Something that she was being acknowledged for, something positive.
Oh, wow.
And so here's this little girl knocking on the door for somebody to take her to an award ceremony. Wow. So at that point, I took her to this award ceremony, and we had an awesome time, and the rest is history. It was like that knock on the door was truly a knock on my heart. Yeah. And this is like, at that moment, I had my aha. Like, Kemi, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Being that hand. Because like we all know, it takes a village. It does. It's a village work. So if you have time, if you're able to do that, this is what your purpose is. And I'm telling you, since 2012, we've been living out that mission. And we've been helping and touching the lives of as many girls as we can, ages 10 through 19. And I'm telling you, like now, I go to work and I be like, this work? Like, I really love what I do.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited.
I got chills with your story. But also what I'm getting from you is just the passion and enthusiasm and stuff. So thank you for everything that you're doing in the community. I know that you're having some event coming up next Wednesday.
Yes.
It sounds so cool that I had to participate. So tell us, what's going on next Wednesday?
So we're having a Gents and Jewels, because we all know that it's very important for every girl to have a positive male role model. So not everyone has a father. So we don't want to call it a father-daughter dance. So you know what, we thought this creative name, Gents and Jewels, where all of these little beautiful young ladies are going to be bringing out that special male role model in their life. So whether it's a grandparent, it can be a brother. Some of them come with pastors. Even one year we had one young lady bring out a teacher. So it's whatever special gent that's in their life. No boyfriends. We can't have any boyfriends. Right. But They're treated to a nice formal dinner. We're thankful Outback has been sponsoring this for the past. This is going to be the 5th year that Outback Steakhouse here in Sanford has been supporting us and sponsoring that dinner for our jewels.
Well, shout out to Outback Steakhouse. That's awesome that you guys are doing that for them. That's wonderful. So you have like 15 girls that are going?
Yes, we're going to have 15 girls present.
Okay, great. Now with your organization, I believe that you have meetings, is it once a week?
We have meetings once a week, and we also have some weekend events.
Oh.
So we can even I think this month alone we have about 10 events on our calendar that we're going to be participating in. But we do food pantries. We do a lot of the shelters around the community are the girls go out and host them and serve and just be a helping hand at different events throughout the community.
That's great. That's really important. You know, teenagers, adults, we all need to get out there and serve others.
That's right.
And I told her a little bit, I can't get into the story, but I told her a little bit of a story that happened. I gave to an organization, and I didn't get back once, I got back twice.
Wow.
And giving back, when I said giving back twice, I ended up giving to another organization and ended up with $5 extra in my pocket. Long story, can't get into it, but it was one of those things. I sent it out and I said, you know, when I got the second amount of money, I said, we got to kind of tell me something here.
Wow.
And that day, everything just jived and it just worked out. So what I truly believe in this is when you give, you get more back from it.
That's right.
I can't tell you how many times this has come true for me, and I'm not talking from a religious standpoint either. So if you're not into religion, it's just giving back. It's a universe thing too, that you get back. It's something for your soul. It just comes back to your soul. So I mean, I have to just say, if you're struggling with some stuff in life and like, hey, everything's not jiving the way it should. First thing you need to do is, how can I help somebody else? I don't care if it means I'm going to make somebody smile. I don't care if it means I'm going to give somebody a quarter. I don't care if it means I'm going to give somebody a car. I would like to have a car myself, and I can't afford to give somebody a car. But those are what I'm talking about. And so what you do is you're giving back to the community, and you may not be reaping anything financially, but I think in your heart it's getting filled. Your cup is getting filled.
Yes, it is.
So
Overflowing.
these weekly meetings that you guys do, what are the topics? Like, what do you have? Who comes to them? Who is in the audience? Who are the people you like to have at the presentation?
Okay, so we have, believe it or not, we have some of our meetings, we have more parents than girls, because the parents are like, well, I like coming to these meetings. These meetings help me, so I'm like, welcome, come have a seat, and the girls are present. But we have a lot of volunteers, community support of different ladies throughout the community. Some things that we go over and that we stress a lot with our girls is your academics. So we call it glow checks. So that's where I want you to be shining here on Wednesdays when we meet, but I also want you to be shining out there in the community and in your academics as well. So they bring in their report cards, and we take a look at the report cards, and then we give them different gifts and body lotions, hygiene products, just to reward them for their academics, because that's like number one, is we want you to graduate, and not only graduate, but graduate on time.
Right.
We also have self-esteem coaching. We have the human trafficking. I know that's a big topic right now in the community.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, I think we're like number 3 in the entire United States. And Orange County is like the number 1 spot in all of Florida. So, I mean, that's something that's very serious. And I think you're going to have something about this on the 27th?
27th, We're going to have a guest speaker out from Northland Church.
Okay, so I don't want to overwhelm your, that you get like 100 people showing up. But this is something you guys really want to I highly suggest you come out as a parent, as a teenager, because what I understand is they actually teach you, as the kids, they teach them what to look out for. But more importantly, you as the parent, you as the person who's overseeing that child, you as the protector of that child, you got to know what the signs are and listen and hear what they're doing. Listen and hear what they're doing. Listen and hear what they're doing.
Monitor social media.
And when they say, none of your business, honey, it is my business. So this is Wednesday the 27th. How do they get in touch with you?
We have our website, and we keep our events calendar post updated on our website. It's www.glorioushandsinc.org.
Okay.
And we're all over Facebook too.
And if you didn't catch that, I'll put it in here, but give me a shout. You can call me, you can text message me, you can catch me on my website, or you can get my email address is linda@schulterealty.com. So if you missed anything here, One other thing I always like to ask is, what can we do as a community to help your organization? What are you looking for from us?
What we're working on, and has been a great need in our program, is transportation. So I really want to put it out there. We're putting it out there because we're believing that we're going to have this 15-passenger bus with the huge logo, Glorious Hands logo on the side of it, and so that we don't have to say, I don't have to receive those phone calls saying, oh, I didn't have a ride, because I have a Honda and I can pick up 4 girls in my car. So, and some other parents pick up girls, but it would really be a big help is if we had a 15-passenger van so that we can pick up from the different schools when girls want to come. Because we know that 4:30 on a Wednesday, it's difficult for parents to get them there. On Saturday, if we have a Saturday event, it's difficult. You know, you got to pick them up, you got to bring them back home, you know, so it's difficult. But transportation is one of the greatest needs for Glorious Hands at this moment.
Okay, so put your thinking caps on out there, everybody. Think about what is the ultimate would be to have that 15-person passenger van. But in the meantime, until we can get there, transportation, it might even be, hey, maybe we can get a donation every once in a while of a rental van. You never know.
I like it.
You know,
yes.
you never know. Just think about the possibilities. What about the speakers that you have on the Wednesdays? Who are you looking for to come there and talk with the group?
Anybody that's positive, and we can expose our girls to different opportunities out there. I'm all about exposure. It might be something that some of the things, like we did equine therapy, which is where the girls went out and had opportunity to speak with the horses. So that was something that I had never even done, but I said, you know what, let's do it. Like, I'm all about new opportunities. So just give us a call, reach out to us, send us an email. It's glorioushands.inc @gmail.com, and we're open for different speaking engagements.
So think about that too. We're talking about these are going to be 10 to 19-year-old girls who, the idea is to really create very powerful females.
That's right.
When they grow up, right now, and for when they grow up.
Yes.
And so think about that. Take a look at your 21-year-old daughter, and like, geez, I wish they would have had this when they were 10, when they were 11 or 12. One thing that comes into my mind is maybe actually talking to them about finances.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, she's got the education covered. Her mom's a teacher, so she's going to be totally into that. Your mom would probably come and talk as a teacher. So maybe somebody who can come in and talk about finances and what to do, how to save, how not to overspend, and to stay away from that credit card.
That's right.
And credit is good. So I'm a real estate agent. So credit is good because that's how we buy houses usually, unless you can save up to buy one yourself. But to use it wisely and to your best benefit, and not to fall for all those. We talked about credit repair a lot yesterday on my show, or my Facebook Live, I guess. And it was one of the things we talked about was how to use your credit wisely and not to fall for those. Hey, would you like to have 10% off this purchase? I'm guilty of that. I fall for it every Christmas, and I have got to stop doing it because even I fall for it. So somebody doing finances, somebody. I don't know, I can't think of another concept or an idea that they might be able to just put your thinking caps on out there. And if you've got an idea that you think would be good to get out here, and it's not, you're talking to the parents as well, because as she said, more parents show up than the kids. And what area do you serve?
We serve, generally, it's going to be the low income, the economically disadvantaged youth in our area.
Okay.
That's our target.
And she mentioned that to me on the phone. And when she was telling me what they do, I said, I don't think it really matters what.
Exactly. All girls. We call it a positive place for all girls.
Yeah.
Because we welcome everybody. And I always tell people, I say, you know what? Who wouldn't want somebody positive pushing them on and saying, you know what, you can do it. Every girl needs that in their life. So it's not about, if she's in a low income. Everybody can use a positive mentor in their life.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I agree 100%. And, a lot of times I feel like we need to really build up the girls in our world, because it seems like a lot of them get knocked down. You can't do math, or you can't this, you can't that. I think it's great to have powerful women in their lives, and great guys.
And that's leading by example. That's big. That's a big plus for us, is that we look for is that it's not for you to come out on Wednesdays and just, I want to help. But when these girls see you out in the community, when they see your Facebook, are they going to be able to say, you know what? I look up to her. She's an example
Yeah.
for me. Or is it going to be something that you're going to say, oh, you shouldn't have saw that. Oh, just turn your head away from that. No, so we want to make sure that we're not just leading when we're in our meetings, but that we're leading out here in the community as well.
There you go. Shamika, she's actually just posted in there, says you guys are, I think she said,
You guys rock.
You guys rock. She would probably be a great speaker to come on and talk about something about housing and stuff like that. Even though, I mean, gosh, I would love it if somebody wants to buy a house when they're 18 or 19 years old, but the likelihood of that happening is small. But setting the
some
ground,
thinking, that's right.
getting the groundwork, and why do you want to have home ownership? And home ownership, what it does in a community, it does create stability, and families are more successful, communities are more successful. People that buy houses, buy and sell houses. I'm not saying this because I'm a realtor. I honestly, even if I didn't do this, it does give back to the community, because once you do that, you're paying for a lot of people to do things. You're going out and decorating your home, for instance. So it does help out with our economics. In the long run. So, well, I think we've been on about 20 minutes now. You see it goes by fast, right?
Yes, it does.
It feels like we've only been on here a few minutes. I really would recommend you guys reposting this, getting the word out.
Share.
Share it. Get the word out. One more time, tell us, how do we get a hold of you?
glorioushandsinc@gmail.com or www.glorioushandsinc.org. Or you could just visit us on Facebook. Contact me directly.
Okay, they're tagged in here. She's tagged in there. That's my information back there. And on Sunday, I'm going to be out at the Golden Walk at Lake Eola. That's on the 10th of February, and that's for childhood cancer, supporting them. They're going to have the famous and fabulous Tito Nieves is going to be performing. So if you're in the area on Sunday, the 10th of February, stop by and see me at Lake Eola. I believe Tito Nieves comes on at 6 o'clock. I think the walk is at 4:30. I'll be out there starting at 2 o'clock when all the events start happening. And I will be out there, so come by, see me. I'm going to have a couple raffle things there to give away. So you fill out a little card, enter to win, and we're going to be out there to show kids cancer in general, but kids cancer, who's the boss, and that's us. So, all right, everybody, I'll be on next Thursday at 1 o'clock, and I'm going to have Donovan Mufti. He's a financial planner, and we're going to be talking about For the Love of Money. It's Valentine's Day. So.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having us. Thank you.
This is awesome.
I'm telling you.
And I'm glad I was able to help out. And I'm going to try to get you a couple more things for your event on Wednesday. I'm just going through all my things, seeing what else I can hand over to y'all.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.